And the Voyagers, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Voyagers of Vancouver taking on the Elks of London.
Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at the Londoners as they get ready here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Vancouver club,
they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. You got to fight against that.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The numbers for him from a week ago, 17 carries, 74 yards.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds his man, complete. That's Barber. That's good, the completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Barber. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
Back to throw again. Throw left side, complete. That's Turner. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Now a give, right side. It's Leonard, and he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Leonard
will get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. But you look at this defense.
They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll go with the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That is caught.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Voyagers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
I think the hope was to let him sit and learn for a bit, but he was thrown right into the fire in week 1. Now we'll see what kind of lessons he's learned as he prepares for his 2nd start in the NFL.
They go play action here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Barber. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Quick throw, caught by Godwin.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
So what a time this is, folks. We always said that if there was an international city ready for an NFL franchise, this was the one. And now that day has arrived, a permanent NFL team here in the capital city of London. And judging by the early numbers, they could not be more proud.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay, and early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Narrow. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
To throw on 3rd down. Connor under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives, and they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll look to throw here. And it's incomplete.
When you look at this defense,
we know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. For those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
2nd and 10.
They'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got Turner. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now back to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal. So now it's 2nd down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. As they've got it as we resume action. 2nd and 9 now. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. As his guys are able to extend their lead.
So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize
We can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Connor.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 27.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barber. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards, the final tally. Looking to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He'll get that one to Carter complete.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 13-yard line.
Back to throw. Connor. Over the middle, complete. That's Burke. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Connor. He finds his man, complete. It's Burke. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 3.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw. Connor. He finds his man, complete. It's Burke. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Harrington. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
This 2nd and 4.
At the 42-yard line.
Back to throw. Connor.
Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Burke. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Looking to throw. Connor. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a handoff up the middle. Merritt. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Connor. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
Well, the Vancouver offense ready for their next drive. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll try the left side. It's Leonard, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
He'll drop to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here.
Off the play fake. Connor.
A comeback route, and he connects with Godwin.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Now a handoff running through the middle. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
He'll try again. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. A great effort there.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Elks have come back to make it a 2-point game. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense can miss too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field, and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Point after try forthcoming. And this is up and good. It brings him within a point now. It's 14-13. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Well, the Vancouver offense ready for their next drive.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now a give, right side. It's Leonard, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. On 3rd down, Leonard. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The punt team on now as from their end zone they get it away. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now.
A 9-yard loss.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Connor.
And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of it, it's low and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll try the left side. Merritt, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Take it in at the 22.
The Vancouver offense out and about set for another series.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Barber. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And they are nearing halftime with the Steelers.
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Off play action. Connor.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
On third down, Connor. And that will be incomplete as well.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Barber. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle they go. It's Leonard, able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. They're going to look to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Barber. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. London about set to take over on offense.
They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Connor. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. To throw again. Connor. Under pressure, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Connor. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. He'll look to set up his blockers. Oh, good move. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
The Vancouver offense out and about set for another series.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
This pass into the hands of Turner.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. They'll try the left side. Leonard. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They'll set up a throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Roughing the passer, defense.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Pass incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now a throw here to his running back, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Voyagers had 6 to their lead.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is. And I don't know how much that particular play factored in. But with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. London about set to take over on offense. And now their hill to climb has gotten taller. They had the safety last time they had the football. That led to the touchdown a moment ago. So that deficit going in the wrong direction as they try to right the ship here. 1st and 10.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
To throw on 3rd down, Connor. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. Now, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Well, the Vancouver offense ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
He finds his man, complete. It's Harrington. So the completion gets him just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Off play action. Connor. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
The Vancouver offense ready for their next drive.
And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
2nd and 5.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now back to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
That is caught. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll run on 1st down. And he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
The 2nd down pass. Complete to number 88.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
3rd down.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Leonard. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Complete to number 85.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right, because this team thought they let one get away in the opener. And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything went wrong in game 1. They took care of business with it in game 2.
Elks 13.
This taken in at the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. London about set to take over on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Pressure comes and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return.
Well, the Vancouver offense ready for their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
On 2nd down. And he loses the football a 2nd time.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble.
London about set to take over on offense.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw. Connor. Now they go screen. It's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 3rd and 2. Connor. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
He'll get that one to Carter complete.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. On first down, Leonard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Up the middle they go. It's Leonard, and he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
It's now 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
London about set to take over on offense. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
It's a loss of 3. Brings up 2nd and 13 at the 45-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, Connor. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 8 now. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Leonard, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They run the counter. Leonard, and he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Down the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Throwing on 1st down. Connor. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On first down, Connor toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Back to throw again.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
The Vancouver offense ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead.
They'll run on first down. It's Leonard. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Leonard, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. They'll look to throw here.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
On first down, Leonard. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On second down now, it's Leonard. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On third down, it's Leonard. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And his kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Vancouver,
they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for London, they will fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.